What's up, guys? How's it going? My name's Mr. Ronald. I'm going to be your host for today's ODFP showcase. And the person that we're going to call on down to the showcase is no other than King Philip II of Spain. All right, King Philip II of Spain is here to join us. And what you have to know about King Philip II of Spain is this, that he was around during the time of the 1500s in Spain, when Spain was becoming a full-fledged, both European and global leader. With the advent of the Age of Exploration and the colonization of the New World and the Americas, Spain was becoming the most powerful country in the world. It was acquiring resources such as gold and silver, and this is going to lead to Spain becoming the most powerful, wealthiest country in the world, and it's going to lead to them actually having a golden age where they experience both peace, prosperity, stability, and growth. Now, in order to fully understand our man right here, Philip II, you got to understand that he was a king, and he's going to lead Spain into its golden age as well as out of it, which is what we'll talk about later on. During his 42-year reign as the King of Spain, Philip extended the Spanish influence all throughout both the Old World in Europe and the New World here in America. He strengthened Catholicism and made his power absolute. In terms of who he was as a person and his personality as a ruler, you got to know that he was a very hard-working individual who had a strong work ethic and was very ambitious. However, unlike other absolute rulers like we're going to talk about, like Louis XIV, you got to know that Philip did not really concern himself with luxury, and he lived in a somber, isolated palace called the Escorial just outside of Madrid. He was not a very luxurious king that really feasted on the lavish lifestyles. Now, King Philip II was very successful. Why? He was able to centralize his power in Spain. He was able to control everything, whether that's the social interactions, the political affairs, or the economy itself. He was able to control them all while he was ruling in Spain. He also claimed what was called the divine right to rule, in which a god appointed a specific person to rule over a country. And King Philip II literally took this so literal that it drove him crazy. He saw himself as the guardian or defender of the Catholic Church, and he would carry out what was called the Spanish Inquisition. Now, I want you guys to remember what the Spanish Inquisition is. It was a time period or movement in Spain that lasted about 350 years. It was centered on the idea of giving the boot to anybody that was non-Catholic. This included people such as Muslims, Christians, and Jews, ladies and gents. And you would see terrible torture tactics being used, or even in some cases persecution or execution of these people in public settings. Most of the people affected by this Inquisition were, again, Muslims and Jews, and they were considered to be the intellectuals. So when they left Spain, Spain kind of got dumber. All right, they became a little bit less intellectual, and as a result, we will see the end of the Golden Age in Spain. That's why I said earlier in the video that Philip was also around at the beginning and at the end. Now, when we talk about King Philip II's successful military conquests, he had many. For instance, he fought against the Islamic Empire of the Ottoman Empire in the Mediterranean Sea, and he was able to give them the Heisman Post and warn them off. In addition to that, he was able to bring the Inquisition to the Netherlands and try and break out or push away the Protestant rebels that were living there. Now, over time, this would lead him into trouble as well. He had a very powerful navy called an armada, and he used it to his advantage. It was about 130 ships plus, and he would take over neighboring parts or ports in Europe, and he would therefore extend his Spanish influence. However, there was one country that he wanted more than any other, and that included England. And he took his armada up to England and was unsuccessful. The English were able to ward him off and keep England Protestant. It had been a Protestant country, and King Philip wanted to make it Catholic, but the English were saying, "Nuh-uh, not gonna happen up in here," and we are gonna see King Philip II have to go back to Spain with his armada. Now, what should be the ending legacy when we talk about King Philip II? You have to understand that yes, he was around and he strengthened Catholicism both in Spain and in the New World and in Europe. That's something important that you have to remember. But also all the spending that he would put into the armada and all this extravagant, costly war costs would leave the country with nothing. And we're going to see the Spanish Empire dwindle and later fall and no longer become that most powerful country or most powerful kingdom inside of Europe. This is King Philip II's ODFP, Old Dead Famous People profile. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave something in the comment section. I'll try and respond to it. But for this profile showcase, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Take care.